Factor 1 plus 8w cubed. Please do not fall under the false assumption that if you rewrite this as a 1 cubed, because that's still 1, 8w cubed, that it's ready to be factored as the sum of cubes. If you want to follow my technique, my little cute saying of write what you see without exponent 3, everything must have an exponent 3. So we have to rewrite that 8 as 2 cubed. Then we can write what we see without exponent 3, followed by one large set of parentheses, which we square the first. 1 times 1 is 1. We multiply them together, 2w, and we square the last. 2 times 2 is 4, w times w is w squared. The last sign is always a plus, and the other sign is the opposite of what you started with. So here's a plus sign, the next sign will be a minus. Looking at this example, 9y squared minus x squared minus 14x minus 49, we notice there are 4 terms and there's nothing common to all of them. Our first hope is that we could break it down the middle, factoring out a negative 7, leaving us with 2x plus 7. We notice that there's nothing to factor out here that would give us anything that looked like that. The front would factor as a 3y minus x times a 3y plus x. And since there's nothing common to these two, breaking it down the middle will not help us. One of the other approaches we have when there are 4 terms is to factor out a negative from the last 3 terms. So I factor out a negative, leaving me with a positive x squared, a positive 14x, and a positive 49. Now I'm going to try and factor this trinomial. I'll keep this 9y squared in front and the subtraction, but in trying to factor this trinomial, I'll break down the first. Only way to break down x squared is x and x. I have 2 choices for the 49, 1 times 49 and 7 times 7. I'll go with the 7 times 7. The signs, according to this last term, will be the same. What they are is the sign that's in the problem, previous, so they're both going to be pluses. So we're going to rewrite this, 9y squared minus x plus 7 squared. So now if you write it this way, it might be easier to see that you have a difference of perfect squares. The only way we can factor the difference of perfect squares is if we write the same thing twice, one with a plus and one with a minus. To break down 9y squared, we would have 3y times 3y, and this x plus 7 appears to have it twice. So I would write one of the x plus 7's in the first set of parentheses and the other x plus 7 in the second set of parentheses. But if you leave it like this, it'll be an incorrect answer. We need to have parentheses around this x plus 7 because of this big subtraction sign. So if you wanted to clear it so you didn't have parentheses, it would have to be written 3y plus x plus 7 times 3y minus x minus 7. So without those parentheses, you would have had an incorrect answer because you would not have had a minus 7.